Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Tomorrow is 9/11, and teachers vividly remember the moments they found out our country was under attack.
Yeah, hi. I'm on the 106th floor of the World Trade Center. We just had an explosion up here.
Okay, what about
Let's floor up here.
Sit tight. What building are you in, sir? Do not leave, okay? There's a fire or an explosion or something in the building. All right, I want...
Yeah.
106, oh, just sit tight. It's going to be a while because there's a fire going on downstairs.
Open the windows unless we break.
Okay, just sit tight. All right, just sit tight. We're on the way.
All right, please hurry.
Good morning. Today is Friday, September 10th. I'm Victoria Rader.
Tomorrow marks the 20th anniversary since our country came under attack on the morning of September 11th of 2001. Two planes were flown into the twin towers of the World Trade Center. A third plane hit the Pentagon.
Many of us weren't even born yet. Teachers remember the moment they came to find out terrorists weren't attacking our country.
I was driving in my car when I first heard over the radio that an airplane had hit one of the towers in New York City.
I'm from New York originally, but I was actually living in Chicago at the time. But I wasn't even in Chicago. I was actually traveling to Columbus, Ohio as part of a business trip. So I actually heard about the flights going into the building as I'm getting into the elevator.
I was teaching school, and I remember walking into the teacher's lounge in the morning, and there was a fellow teacher who was from New York and had relatives living there, obviously, and he said, oh, a plane had been flown into the World Trade Center.
I was working at basic high school then, and I got to school, went to the mailroom, and was walking through the library as a shortcut, and they had the TV on, and it was showing the smoking tower, and just at that moment, the second plane hit the other tower. And it was then that we all knew, all of us teachers who were watching, we knew that something had happened, that we were under attack.
People just took off. People ducked into doorways, and people didn't stop
to be so sick that I couldn't breathe at all. I find it's really hard to talk. I still can hardly see. There's so much.
You have ammo straight down. Thank you.
Of course, there's no word on casualties.
You have ammo straight down.
But suffice to say, the loss of life.
People started calling everybody. People started calling us, and so it was kind of like really like chaotic because we didn't really know what was going on.
The rest of the day, we watched the news all day long.
And then I just call my friends and family back home, make sure everybody's okay, make sure everybody's safe. I have friends who worked in the city at the time. So for me, it was more of just, getting in contact with family and friends to make sure they were good.
And we couldn't teach. We just told the students, we're under attack. We don't know how many other planes are in the air right now. There could be one heading to Las Vegas to crash land here somewhere. And I said, I'm having a hard time. I can't teach right now. Let's just kind of be quiet and think about what's happening.
One of the people who died in the collapse of the buildings was a childhood friend who lived around the corner from me. He was a fireman. His father was a fireman. And my father who was also a volunteer fireman on Long Island. So yeah, it's a little bit different when it's your home. Just like 10-1 here in Vegas means something special to people here in Vegas. When something like that happens in your hometown or area, like it did for us in New York, it just means something a little bit different.
I think there's two things that how horrific it was for us to see that, and then the burning buildings and people jumping off the buildings and so forth, and the fear. They don't understand that was, America was attacked for the first time since Pearl Harbor. We'd never been attacked before like that, and we're like, we're under attack, but by who? We didn't know who it was, and so they don't understand that, and then they don't understand what happened later, where people were kind to each other, and there was a lot of Okay, sorry, I'm emotional there, but people were really nice and kind.
The country was very unified after the attacks, and hopefully we can move back towards that kind of unification that we felt after the attacks. I think what students need to know today is how terrorism was involved in Afghanistan and why we were in Afghanistan for 20 years and now are just leaving. And the way I teach it to my students is I will usually do a remembrance activity around 9/11, and then if I'm teaching like world history, I'll obviously cover that as part of my curriculum.
It was a day I'll never forget. It was kind of like when, that's our generation's John F. Kennedy, so to speak.
Nearly 3,000 people were killed during the attacks, including the 19 terrorist hijackers aboard the Ford planes.
We have another 3-day weekend, Falcons. All students will have this upcoming Monday off, but our teachers and administrators will be on campus for Staff Development Day. We are told teachers will be working with their departments to improve curriculum and share new teaching strategies. Have a marvelous Monday, teachers and admin.
Though our varsity and JV football games versus basic were canceled this week, our freshman team will be playing today. Multiple players on the JV and varsity team remain in quarantine until next week. In the meantime, if you plan on going to today's home game, which is today at 4, remember to use the QR code to purchase your tickets in advance. You can find that QR code in the bottom of our school's website.
Do you like to hit the high notes? Then join our a cappella club. The Hill Harmonics will be performing at Green Valley High School on October 15th and 16th. Rehearsals are Tuesday in the choir room from 1:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. For more information, go to Mr. Medina or Mrs. Thomas.
If you are a woman, queer, or non-binary and interest in computing, you are encouraged to apply for an award in computing. The award celebrates computing and allows you to join a large community of like-minded individuals who are unique and love technology. If you want to be a candidate for this award, you have until November 5th to fill an application. This application can be found on fscnews.com under the Links tab.
To those Einsteins that love science, Foothill Science Bowl Team is inviting new members. This Science Bowl Team is a Jeopardy-like quiz game similar to the varsity quiz, but the questions are focused on biology, chemistry, physics, mathematics, energy, science, geoscience, and all things nerdy. You do not have to be a science genius to participate. Meetings are Thursday after school in room 312. For more information, go to the informational meeting that will be held next Thursday, September 16th. Or you can also go and talk to Mrs. Novak.
The robotics team is selling Foothill merchandise now. The Foothill Robotics team is selling Foothill merchandise as a part of the fall fundraising efforts. Check out the Foothill swag they have designed for you to buy. All the money goes towards robotics equipment and robot building supplies. Make sure you go show your school spirit at our games with a football t-shirt, Foothill t-shirt, hoodie, face mask, or other attire. All sales end September 21st, so for more information, go to one of the robotics team members or go to the fscnews.com and click the Links tab to find their website there.
Have some happy feet? We may have the perfect club for you. Members of the West Coast Swing Club learn to partner dance, which includes salsa and swing. So if you and a friend would like to learn some moves, go to the Portable 809 after school every Friday. including today. Talk with Mr. Acosta to learn more about the club.
Attention all juniors and seniors, you have another opportunity to turn your check stubs in for an elective credit. You can be a few steps closer to graduation, so don't let that pay stub go to waste and contact Miss Bianca Wood. You can find Miss Wood's information at fscnews.com. Click the links tab on the menu bar and you will find her email address.
Attention all seniors that went to Senior Sunrise and are looking for their t-shirts. Senior Sunrise t-shirts will be sold next Wednesday, September 15th at both lunches in the quad for $5 while supplies last. You must bring your student ID to verify to get a t-shirt. Seniors, grab your paint buckets and paint brushes and start painting your parking spot today. Seniors, you can start painting your parking spots today after school, but if you have open periods with no classes, then you may start earlier. Have fun and don't get too messy, seniors.
Lacrosse is one of the fastest growing sports in America, and now you can finally start up again in Foothill. Though the actual season does not begin until spring, lacrosse will be in practice soon. A newcomers clinic will start October 4th on Mondays and Wednesdays. For the season lacrosse players, the club team Vegas Reapers will start competing in the tournament soon. Their practices have started Monday and Wednesday at Heritage Park and sometimes at Mannion Middle School. If you are interested, you can find more information on the links tab of our websites or talk to Mr. Rapant. Ladies lacrosse is also hitting the field soon. There is a meeting today after school to discuss fall training. The tournaments and upcoming fall season, you will be competing in the newly formed Nevada Lacrosse South League. Ladies who are interested are asked to meet in portable room 813 today after school. If you cannot attend, contact Coach Rapant for more information. And that's all the news going around the Hill today, Falcons. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FST News.
And from all FST News, have a fabulous Friday, Falcons.